You're listening to Comic Reflections, episode 220. I'm your host, Nicholas Prom.
I'm Jeff Barnard, the smarter and more handsome part of this show.
No. That's debatable. Comic Reflections is brought to you by The Outhouse. You can find our show and other nifty content at theouthousers.com. And if you enjoyed this show program, please subscribe to us on either iTunes or Stitcher. If you want to be even cooler than everyone else around, you could rate and review us on iTunes. That'd be a big help.
Indeed.
Yes. So, like I like to do at the top of the show, and give a couple of shout-outs. One to my friend Jesse Starcher, who he lives in Iowa or Ohio or Kansas or some other horrible place, but he's a host of a show called wow, I'm just blowing this right now. I forgot the name of his show. It's Source Material Material Podcast. That's his show, and neat guy. We're friends on the internet.
Okay.
And also want to tell you, hey, folks, check out my friend Jerry McMullen's blog. It's called Essential Showcase. And every week he writes a blog post reviewing one of Marvel's Essential volumes or one of DC's Showcase volumes, which we use on the show.
Yeah.
So you can check that out at essentialshowcase.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, let's talk about comics.
Yeah.
This is our second Justice League of America episode that we've done, and in this series, I should say. And we're going to start with Justice League of America number 1. Cover dated October and November of 1960 with awesome cover art by Murphy Anderson. And this is one of the coolest comic covers there is. Of course, we've got the Flash playing this crazy chess-like game with Despero, the three-eyed villain from Kalanor, playing for the lives of his fellow Justice Leaguers.
Yeah. Since Green Lantern is in play, his piece is glowing, and Green Lantern's glowing as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Everyone's serious.
It's serious business. Justice League business.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and almost as cool as the cover is this splash page, with Despero presiding, laying the gavel down on the Justice League headquarters meeting room table, with all the Leaguers around him. It's neat. And so the story is called The World of No Return. This was written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Mike Sikowski, and inked by Bernard Sachs.
Okay, should we do a roll call?
Yeah.
Flash, John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Batman, and Aquaman. Actually, Wonder Woman. Oh, this is in order of appearance. I got that wrong, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I love roll calls.
They're fun.
Yeah, especially since this is 50 years ago, and sometimes I forget especially with the Legion ones.
Yeah. And especially later, as we get a little further into these, they actually, not every one in the League will be in every story, and so the roll call is so who's going to release really going to revolve around. And with the League and the Legion, they're really helpful with that, especially as we'll get into the Justice Society, Justice League team-up stories. So.
All right, the Flash is driving around, and he sees something. He gets on his Flash outfit.
I love he presses the ring and the costume comes out of it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they always show that, and it's always cool.
Yeah.
All right, so he meets two aliens, and they're worrying about this Despero, but it's a male-female. The female's worried about Despero, Flash being part of that crew. And the other guy said, "No, he's Earthman because I can read his thoughts."
Yeah. So these aliens, they've come to Earth looking for help or escaping Despero. Despero conquered their world, and he's this three-eyed jerk face, and he's a world conqueror.
Yeah. So then we go
to bad guy.
Yeah. Wonder Woman saving the Statue of Liberty
from what?
From lightning or something. I don't. Okay.
You read this, right?
Yeah, I did, but I don't understand it.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Green Lantern is helping with a flood. Martian Manhunter is getting some hoods. Superman is
taking a dump. No.
Yeah, he looks like he came out of the bathroom. And Snapper Car.
I might be the only person in the world who's amused by Snapper. No, I can't be.
Occasionally, it's so bad it's funny, but it's not as funny as it's not on purpose funny. I never find him there.
Right. He's trying. They're trying to have this, hip teenage character, but the readers and the creative people do not like him. It was an editorial mandate that they have Snapper.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta have Snapper. I don't care if the readers don't like him and the artists. I mean, who else are they trying to impress?
Yeah.
For crying out loud! If the readers buy the magazines for crying out loud.
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah. I don't want to read about another. When I was a kid, I didn't want to read about another kid. I want to read about a hero. So,
Right. What can you do? Well, what's happening with the Justice League?
All right, so
Let's focus on
they got a call from the Flash. It looks like.
Yeah.
And then they get attacked by Despero. And
Yeah.
Despero's got 3 eyes. It's kind of...
And he's got this big fin head. I think Despero looks cool.
yeah.
So he's taken over the Secret Sanctuary. He's hypnotized the Justice League
Yeah.
with his third eye.
All right. And he plays this game. Do you understand the game? I have no idea.
It was so complicated and confusing, but it's a chess-like game, and every piece on the board represents a member of the Justice League. But there's also cards involved in it, too. So it's like, well, huh?
Yeah, so the odds are in favor of the Justice League, but it doesn't work. And we don't figure out how Despero's cheating.
But obviously he is.
Yeah.
But every time the Flash loses a move or something, a member of the Justice League is teleported to some unknown world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, for instance, Wonder Woman goes into Dinosaur Land, and she's chased by dinosaurs, and...
It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's just pretty cool. Man, there's a lot of dinosaurs after her. I always like it when dinosaurs are fighting each other. When they see a human, they all gang up on the human.
Well, yeah. Because there's not going to have a scene where you land in a time of dinosaurs and it's just like, doo-doo-doo, strolling through the park a beautiful Sunday afternoon. No, they got to have something dangerous happen.
Yeah. But the way they gang up. The meat eaters and the plant eaters, they don't care. If they see a human, they're after them.
Right. I don't know. Their status quo has been disrupted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So,
Wonder Woman lassos a pterodactyl.
yeah, and then lands in the tar pit.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
Good thing Superman shows up to save her.
Yeah. I hate her outfit.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't fit her body well or something, or it just looks goofy.
Well,
She has star-spangled short shorts, and it's just meh. Normally I would approve, but not in this case. So,
okay. Well, we all know you're the Grinch, so.
yep. Okay. So Superman saves her, and they fight, and then Superman gets almost knocked on the head with a kryptonite.
Of course.
Yeah. So Wonder Woman saves the day.
She climbs up this hill by using her tiara to dig into a cliffside.
I did not know the tiara was a useful object. I thought it was just decoration, but she uses it again too. But it's supposedly razor sharp. And
Yeah, I've seen her throw it and have it stick into stuff like a batarang.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
All right, Chapter 3, World of No Return.
that's the whole story is called that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
But this part will focus on Green Lantern and Aquaman.
Yeah.
So they're on this world. It looks like a watery world.
And in this big glass that's boiling the water away.
Yeah, so it's like a giant magnifying glass in the sky. I saw this before. You and I read a story. It was an Adam Strange story where a similar thing happened. But of
Yeah.
course, I think that story came later than this one. I think. And this is a better story.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I remember you at least weren't too crazy about Adam Strange.
Yeah, it was okay, but not great. So.
Yeah.
All right. So they don't know what to do. So Green Lantern makes 2 green balls, and they get in there, and they go up to
Bubbles,
Yeah. And they go up and they blast the glass, the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. So they got to figure out something.
So Aquaman commands these octopi to come and do his bidding, and Green Lantern lifts him up on top of the lens, and they shoot all their black ink on it, and so it'll stop all the rays of the sun from going through. Pretty good plan.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it would work, right?
I guess so. Although they could have just got up a bunch of paint. Well, that's right. Where they going to get paint at?
Right, they're on another world.
Yeah.
And so they saved this aquatic civilization so these water people come and thank him.
Yeah.
It's interesting to note, I read some other, late 50s or whatever, or early 60s Aquaman stories where Aquaman does go to another planet and he can't control the sea creatures there. But interesting that he's able to in this instance.
And in the next instance, next issue coming up, he does the same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I don't know why he wouldn't be able to control the sea creatures of another planet. That's stupid.
I would or would not.
Why wouldn't he be able to?
Oh, they don't know English? I don't know. It's well, why can't he do it anyway? But he's the king of the deep. He knows fish. Maybe fish from another planet will be different. Does Aquaman control all the fish? Are there any evil fish that he can't control?
No, there's no fish that he can't control that I have seen. And it's sea creatures too, even seagulls. And in the 80s, there's a story where he actually is able to kind of control people's minds. It causes him a nosebleed. It's a huge strain because it's kind of using his power in a way it's not designed for. But he was able to do it. He was able to stop a vixen from bailing on the Justice League Detroit. But it was weird.
Oh, interesting. Okay. They meet the people in the water world, and they're really happy and appreciative of it, which is nice.
Yeah.
So they tell them, hey, John Jones and, let's see, and Batman are having trouble.
Yeah.
So they send him off in a really kind of a transparent ship. Looks like a torpedo. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Interesting to note that John Jones, having John Jones and Batman team up, because John Jones originally, he debuted and he was a backup feature in Detective Comics before getting moved over to House of Mystery, I think. Either House of Mystery or House of Secrets, but anyway.
Yeah.
So that's all I have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, John, I always thought he was a weaker person, but we'll see later on that he's kind of strong. So
no, John Jones has super strength, and he has most of Superman's powers, plus more, plus shape-shifting and telepathy,
and super breath, which he uses all the time.
He does use all the time, but Superman has super breath.
Okay, so they're in this kind of a more civilized world.
Yeah, and these aliens who have also been subjugated by Despero. They gave up their war and stuff centuries ago, so they have no weapons, and they can't just take a spaceship and leave because Despero has these towers with death rays on them,
which are pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Batman and John Jones have got a plan.
Yeah. So John Jones does some Flash type stuff, and he goes so fast so they can't shoot him.
Yeah.
Let's see, he blows at it.
With the super breath.
Yeah, and then he goes underneath it.
And he digs under the tower and then makes it falls into the ground.
Yeah.
Which is great, because then they can use a spaceship to get away.
And it's a cool spaceship. I love that.
Yeah.
And it's so 50s, 60s.
So this is really setting up Despero to be wow, he's conquered all these worlds? Why did he come after the Justice League in the first place? Because he wanted amusement? Boredom?
Yeah, that's true.
That was kind of why?
He went there because two people had escaped, and he was after them.
Oh, right. And then he just showed up in the secret sanctuary, though.
Yeah. There's this
weird.
Flammerite missile. This is going to... I don't know what this Flammerite missile is going to do.
Well, it's an incendiary. And remember, John Jones is weak. His weakness is fire. And so some flame being shows up and weakens John Jones. What is he going to do?
You're right. So he's going to... let's see... Alright, so what's the flame people doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. So,
but how did they get out of it? It was weird. It just kind of showed up. out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then
Oh, the Flash comes and saves his butt.
right,
He puts out the flame by sucking up the oxygen or going by real
and then
quick.
Superman and Wonder Woman show up, and
Yeah.
yay!
So they all go back to fight Despero,
All right,
who's got this cool lab with all the. We get the aerial view of like his laboratory with it's circular and it's got all this equipment, which is a classic trope of supervillainy.
yep, mm-hmm. I want one.
Yeah.
Well, Snapper Car is snuck in there. There's not much places to hide. He finds the one place you can hide. It's like,
Right.
wow. All right. So the two good aliens at the very beginning make their energy absorber ray gun, and it works. And so,
What do? They absorb the energy from Despero.
or they try to. Well, it works. So they're going to try it out, and then Despero comes and takes it over.
Yeah. But Snapper uses the ray on it, and it takes away just enough of his life to keep him barely alive. So Snapper almost kills the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, right?
Right. Okay.
And so they find a way to like imprison Despero and send him away with the good aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we have Snapper save the day.
Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. But see, just like in that story with Starro the Conqueror, Snapper had the lime.
What?
Snapper had all that lime.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because the League fought Starro and couldn't do anything.
Yeah. And here Snapper got some blue glow because he was in the ship with Despero.
And that's why Despero couldn't hypnotize him.
Right.
And so he was able to use the de-energizer or whatever on him.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So let's talk about this next issue. This is Justice League of America number 2, cover dated December of 1960, January of 1961, with cover art by Murphy Anderson.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool cover.
Yeah, and it's ironic who the monster is.
Yes, right, because we see them fighting a monster coming through like a big steel door. We just see the hand. But in the story, it's ironic who the monster turns out to be, yes.
Okay.
But yes, so the story is called Secret of the Sinister Sorcerers, written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Mike Sikowski, and inked by Bernard Sachs. Yeah.
Okay. So, nice old splash panel with Merlin and our gang doing magic.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, the Little Rascals?
yeah.
Oh, you mean our gang, the Justice League?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be funny? There's Buckwheat and Pete.
Did you know this? I didn't know this until like this weekend.
Hmm?
I saw a book collecting, a comic book I didn't know existed. It was Our Gang Comics from the Golden Age, and they were drawn by Walt Kelly, of Pogo fame. And I almost bought the book, but I didn't.
Wouldn't it be any good?
That'd probably be pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
Walt Kelly was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Pogo and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're watching a magician, and at the Magic Society convention, and this magician is doing this trick.
Making a girl appear out of nowhere.
Yeah. And okay, it is
Teach me
forbidden.
that trick.
Yeah. Yeah. It is forbidden to tell people how you do things.
Yeah, it's just kind of an unspoken rule in magic. Or no, it's not even unspoken. It's like you don't do that.
And there's a good reason. One, no one else can use it once people know. But once you know about it, it's lame.
Yeah.
And then it's, even though you know it's not magic, it is still, how do you do that? That's really interesting.
That's part of the mystique. And if everybody knows, then it's like, who cares?
Yeah, it's like cheats on video games. A lot of
The
times,
whole point is to like accomplish a thing. And if you just have all the challenge removed, why bother?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't play video
and
games,
it just
but
makes the game not fun that you can type in Ultimate and get all the ammo you want and all that. And or whatever game. Although, if I don't know how to do something, reading it on how to do that's not cheating, I don't think.
sure.
But getting cheat codes, man, it destroys the game. And but so that's why you don't tell them. But these guys are magicians, so they probably already know.
Sure.
Although, so the guy makes this beautiful girl appear, And it shouldn't have worked because the door the girl's supposed to come up is locked.
Weird. So it turns out it was real magic.
Yeah.
Well, huh?
Yeah, Green Lantern is there, and he says, hey, the lights don't work.
Weird.
So this is happening everywhere. Diana Prince, phone went dead. Flash's suit doesn't work. It's not returning into his ring. John Jones's motor is out. Aquaman, okay, everyone else is doing something kind of important. Aquaman is helping a guy in a boat. That's all he's doing. And,
Well, we gotta have him do something.
yeah, but what about an ocean liner or a tanker or something? It's a guy in a fishing boat. You can't get any smaller unless it's a kayak.
Right. Well, and I think... Yeah. Here's the thing. It's so funny. I read an article in a magazine years ago. It was kind of making fun about Super Friends, the cartoon. He's like, and had Aquaman. It's like, and I'll stand in the corner doing nothing until water becomes part of the story.
Yeah, that's about.
Yeah.
But it is 3/4 of their world or something like that. So,
Right.
So. Yeah.
I mean,
and it makes sense for a guy who specializes in water to be on.
Right, and here's the thing: if it's all about Aquaman, say for example, set in the ocean, okay, there's all kinds of science fiction-y coolness that can happen. It's 3/4 of the Earth. There's all kinds of mysterious stuff.
Yeah.
There's a reason he had his own show, his own cartoon show, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And the Black Manta's there being a villain, and stuff. So whatever. But anyway.
Okay, so everybody's stuff no longer works.
Scientific-y things.
Yeah, Snapper Carr can get the pictures for his school yearbook done.
Man, what a nerd! He works on the school yearbook.
Yeah. So none of the emergency signals work either, and then we go to the world of magic. Yeah.
Do we follow the trolley out of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
Yeah. Skin of frog and blood of bat. Ear of dog and fur of cat. Spirits of the astral plane, send us now our springtime rain. And it doesn't work. It's Merlin, because that's the only magician anybody really knows. Or
Sure.
sorcerer. Because there's a bunch of others. I think a couple in the Bible, if I remember correctly. And but it doesn't work, and Merlin's all upset.
Okay.
Alright, now here comes the crazy stuff. 3 evil magic dudes come up in these cool early 60s cars. They kind of look like Fords.
Yeah.
It's Simon Magus. He's an evil magician, the Troll King. And Saturna, the Lord of Misrule. Otherwise known as Portland.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So what these 3 goobers have done is they. You don't like the word? Oh, okay.
Look,
3 gentlemen have done.
Okay, because whenever you say goober, I think like you sound like a complete moron every time you use that word.
Do I?
It sounds like a word that dumb people use.
Oh, I am kind of stupid. So.
You do have a college education, right?
Yeah,
or do
a
you
lot
just
of stupid people have.
Or you just print it off on the computer.
Both.
Okay.
All right. The 3 scientific or magical
Fellows.
bad guys.
Okay.
Had turned the world of magic into the world of science, and the world of science, which is Earth,
Oh
into
yeah.
the world of magic.
Man,
So,
what a switcheroo!
yeah. So, let me have a little flashback. The 3 magic guys go on Earth and say, "Hey, what is this?" They say, "It's a car. What a magical thing!" And so they learn to like cars. They figure out they can change dimensions or turn our world magical and the other one not so magical. And they do it, and they split up the. They have the incantation, and they split it up in 3s. So, and then they go their merry way.
Why did they want to do this? What was the point? So could they take over the world of magic?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because then they'll have cars. I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I don't think. The only thing they bring back in the science.
Yeah, their motivation is really vague.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Well, matches don't work on Earth anymore.
Right.
How was that? I mean, that's not really. All matches do is a little sulfur and
If anything, that's more magic than science. I mean, well, it's just as magic as science.
but it's not mechanical and it's
Right,
it's
I
a
understand.
chemical reaction. But if that chemical reaction doesn't work, then what does? I mean, it's one of the simpler things we've had.
Right, you would
matches
think
for-
chemical reactions would still work, but like, magic is mysterious. But yeah, I understand like machines and inventions not working.
Yeah.
A match is not really an invention. It's just a chemical reaction on a stick.
Yeah. It's an important invention. Don't get me wrong, but it's very basic. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not an atomic reactor or a jet airplane. It's,
Yeah.
But does this mean you had to? Hey, wizard. So can you light my fire for me? That's,
Right. I don't really get the whole point of that. It's weird.
So Snapper, he is using friction and making fire. Okay. Which is what a match does, but just a lot faster. So they decide, all right, so magic must have come to the land of science, so let's read up on magic.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually works. And they make a blue sapphire. Everybody's really embarrassed to do this.
The Justice Leaguers do
I
that.
feel kind of silly doing this. So, all right. And their superpowers do not work either.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, nothing better than reading a comic book with 7 superheroes and none of them can do anything.
Yeah. Oh, Batman never could. Although he has
All the stuff in his
belt.
utility belt doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so they call him Merlin, and Merlin
Because he's in the phone book.
yeah. The Merlin comes in and he's all confused, so they explain to him what happened. So Merlin's like, I'll send you to the land of magic, which is now the land of science. So then you'll have your powers.
Hopefully,
and
he
they
won't
won't drive
send,
around.
hopefully he won't send him to the land of the lost with Marshall, Will, and Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love that show.
Yeah. Watch out for those flea stacks.
Yeah. Man, those guys were lame. With the lamest bows and arrows ever.
Okay.
Yeah. But
It was
Grumpy was it Grumpy or was it Grumpy was the T-Rex?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I have pretty much extended all of my knowledge of Land of the Lost. It's a Sid and
Okay.
Marty Krofft show. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, go ahead.
All right, so Merlin makes Snapper Carr and him a flying carpet, and they fly around. Okay, so they split up, which I never understood. Wouldn't a bunch of guys be better than 2 guys?
Well, here's the thing. This is tradition. Okay, this is the formula they always used in the Justice Society stories in the Golden Age, which Gardner Fox wrote many of those, most of them, if I believe correctly. But yeah, just different pairings each time because it's cramming 7 superheroes into every panel of every story gets pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
Having them being in the opening sequence, split up and do things,
Mhm.
and then reconvene at the end. It works quite well. It's a good formula.
Okay.
That's the answer. Of course, yes, just team up and just to solve all the problem real quick. But, comics.
All right. Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern are going against Eterna, and of course, there's a Manticore, and he's yellow. So of course, Green Lantern goes after the yellow Manticore.
But it won't do anything because you can't do that and stuff. Because the ring cannot affect anything the color yellow.
Right. So the Martian Manhunter fights against Merv Griffin, and he goes.
Not Merv Griffin.
That'd be great if it was. Okay.
Remember when Merv Griffin turned out to be the killer in, I think it was The Man with Two Brains?
Yeah, I love that movie. That's a great one.
Yeah. Anyway.
So they fight, and They, I guess, fairly cleverly. No, it's not clever at all. He just uses the ring and pushes them away. And okay. So they're attached. Okay, the Manticore is attached to Green Lantern. So Green Lantern has a big hand push him. Since the Manticore is attached to him, they push both into a wall, and the Manticore hits first, cushions Green Lantern, and knocks the Manticore out. Which I guess that's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then Martian Manhunter, he's grabbed by the Griffin, and he uses pocket sand. You never seen Hank Hill, King of the Hill?
I remember the show.
And then there's Dale is captured by somebody, and he goes in his pocket and throws out sand in guys' eyes, and he says, "Pocket sand."
That's funny. I didn't get the reference because I haven't seen that one. But yeah, Martian Manhunter does throw sand in the eye of the monster, which is
that
great.
would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they go to and they capture Saturna, who is kind of pathetic. So they get part of the incantation. All right. So Wonder Woman and the Flash are going after the the Troll King.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Flash are just going to circling people around.
Yeah, running in circles like he does. Real good.
And knocks them out. Okay, so the Flash says, "Hey, I won." So he goes after the Troll King and he knocks himself into the gate.
Yeah.
And knocks himself out.
Okay.
So Wonder Woman has to get up, and she climbs over the fence into the castle, and beats up some dwarfs with Tommy guns.
The dwarves have Tommy guns. She doesn't beat them with Tommy guns.
Yeah.
Let me be clear.
Right.
Okay.
She's going at the Troll King, and she falls for the old disappearing stairs thing. So Wonder Woman falls down the disappearing. It's like the stairs went to a ramp.
Yeah.
I've seen that about 100 times.
Yeah, it's in every episode of Scooby-Doo.
Is it? Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. So Flash is captured.
From one haunted amusement park to another.
Yeah.
Or ski lodge.
So Flash was knocked out by running into Portcullis.
A what?
Portcullis was you're going through the castle, and they drop down this gate made out of metal, and it goes.
Yeah.
It's Portcullis.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so the bad guy drops the gate. The Flash runs into it because he cannot stop in time.
Right.
Duh. And Wonder Woman falls for the old disappearing stairs thing. So they find themselves in this pit in the dungeon, and water's coming into it.
Oh, man.
So you see Wonder Woman trying to go through the walls with her tiara, and it doesn't work because the walls are too thick.
Man, these timeshare presentations here are just really pushy.
Right. So they're freezing cold. Flash makes it super cold to freeze the water coming in.
By swirling his arms around, he makes it windy and therefore colder. And the science is kind of shaky on that. Yeah. But anyway, he freezes the water.
And Wonder Woman's all cold because she's wearing hot pants.
Yeah, but then Flash vibrates his legs so they can get out of the ice.
Yeah.
Because they can vibrate through solid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so they get out. This is kind of weird.
Yeah, so they climb up the water.
Where the water was pouring in, they froze that.
Yeah, so they
climbed up that. Okay.
So
they're climbing up a sheet of ice, really? Is she using the tiara to get up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she makes handholds.
That's good.
They get up and they capture the Troll King easily.
Yeah. So then we cut to Superman.
And Batman.
Yes.
And Aquaman. All three.
That's pretty cool.
Of course, they split up. So Superman.
This is the formula. This is going to be in like every story.
All right, I'll quit mentioning it then. Superman is flying, and there's air sprites. All right, on Earth, matches don't work, but on this land of magic that's now land of science, air sprites work. What gives?
You're asking for consistency in a comic book again.
Well, yes, I am, and I
Okay.
demand it.
I demand because you demanded it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry.
So, so Superman crashes into the castle. He grabs the bad guy. Who is this? This is
One of the evil wizards.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Simon. And Simon disappears, and that really makes Superman unhappy. Batman is in the woods, and it's haunted woods with living scary trees and wood sprites, and he's grabbed by trees, and he uses powdered lead, and powdered lead's and when it explodes the air, it catches on fire. I did not know this.
I don't know. I was not a science wizard in school.
So
Do you remember Mr. Wizard?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. He looked kind of like you without a beard.
He was a thin guy, I thought.
I thought he was kind of like bald and paunchy.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thanks. My ego got a real boost from that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna go cry now. Alright.
Oh, man.
Batman.
The cry journal's filling up real quick.
Okay. So, yeah. Alright. So the powder lead, which I had never heard of. But
It could be totally made up. Really? It's real?
I don't know.
Okay.
Alright. So it catches the woods on fire, which is great. And a very cool,
Hank Williams song?
yeah.
Setting the woods on fire.
Uh,
Well, that's so funny because they say they're going to order up 2 bowls of chili, set the woods on fire. You get the euphemism they're going for, right? Gassy?
Oh. I didn't.
I think it's a double entendre because also romancing and going camping. So, going to warm things up in more ways than one.
I just thought the setting the woods on fire was just having a good old time. Painting the town red.
It's working on multiple levels here. So anyway.
As it Hank. And there's a movie coming out.
Yes, with the guy who played Tom Hiddleston as Hank Williams, which the guy who played Loki in the Marvel movies.
I didn't know it was him.
Yep.
Good God.
I think it's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, he seems to do well. I saw a little thing on it. So.
I want to go see that. I want to see Your Cheating Heart, the one where George Hamilton plays Hank Williams.
I think there's a Hank Williams Jr. one too.
Yeah, with Richard Thomas from the Waltons as Hank Williams Jr.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, lots of good music there.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay. So, Batman goes after Simon and swings, and Simon laughs at him because he doesn't exist. Or whatever. It's a phantom. So here we go with Aquaman, and he's talking to the fish in a different land,
Yes.
and they're kind of weird looking. He gets
So
caught.
that's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in a net, which is the greatest thing for Aquaman, I guess.
Yeah.
And so Aquaman has this great idea. I guess it's great of sending these remoras
Yeah.
against and holding on to Simon, so he can't move.
Yeah.
So Simon panics and lets Aquaman go, and he's captured. So they get all their stuff together.
The
And
Justice League.
all of a sudden the door opens. Here comes this monster. This is on the cover page.
Yeah.
And they beat the crap out of him. And it turns out it's Snapper Carr.
He was messing with magic and he turned into a
Yeah,
monster.
he borrowed Merlin's wand.
Right.
Yeah.
Dumb idea, Snapper.
Yeah, we should beat the crap out of him.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Wonder Woman says, you should never meddle with anything you don't understand, Snapper.
So Merlin changes him back because he's cool like that.
Yeah, okay. And Snapper said, that's real hip quip, Wonder Woman. I know the score now. You bet. Said no one ever.
I said Snapper just now.
Yeah.
But,
All right, so
That was
everything's
such
fine.
a G.I. Joe and no one's half the battle,
Right.
you know, kind of thing. But I mean, this is like 25 years before that, but
Right. Although there was G.I. Joe,
but
but
not
not
the,
the show.
yeah. And it was a totally different animal at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Cobra and all the characters of G.I. Joe really hadn't been come up with yet.
Yep. Okay. So Saboteur has a brother, and he's trying to tell him magic tales, and his little brother says, "Oh, there ain't no such thing as magic." Wah 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 wah.
Man.
And that's the end of it.
Did you like this story?
No.
No, I didn't really either. I thought it was a mess, and I'm like, who cares? I don't want these throwaway villains. I want a villain that I'm going to see again that's rad.
Yeah.
Like we'll have in the first story and this last one we're going to talk about.
It's odd. They're both too long and too short. If they're going to make it longer like this, there needs to be there needs to be more stuff in it.
It's there.
And
Yeah, it could use to be time to be a little more decompressed. Like, oh my gosh, because there's so many details in these stories. Like, geez, this story could take up like a 64-page, thing, and really like have a lot of stuff. But looking.
Oh, you can go a year on some things. I mean, they could have done a lot.
There's a lot of things going on in these plots. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a testament to Gardner Fox's ability as a writer to come up with this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because it is complicated.
Yeah.
Some of it works and some of it doesn't. And sometimes he writes a really cool story, and sometimes it's meh. Like this one, not too happening. But I like the story with Despero, and I like the story we're going to talk about next.
Okay.
So we've got Justice League of America number 3, and it's cover dated February and March of 1961. Cover art by Murphy Anderson, and on this cover we've got Kanjuro, who has got the Justice League on his slave ship in outer space. It almost looks like a Viking longboat.
Yeah.
It's real neat. What?
I thought that was stupid as hell.
Well, we disagree.
Yes, we do. I think I had the impression that when the higher up says, I want a slave ship in space for JLA here and make it so. And
That's probably what Julie Schwartz said,
Yeah. Because it's not necessary, and then it's kind of...
And it's weird that it's like open.
Right, and that's what the stupid thing. And they're using oars, some kind of super scientific oars.
Right.
And
it's something familiar and something super science fiction-y. It's blending genre tropes. So I like the idea of taking something familiar and making it fantastical.
yeah, I don't mind that. I mind it here because you got to do. I mean, why not just make a rocket ship? For crying out loud. Because you don't have to... It goes in all this detail. Oh, I'll put water over you, and I'll make it air for y'all can breathe. And if you had a rocket ship, it wouldn't have to waste precious ink to explain that, because we would know.
Okay. Part of the thing, like giving water for you or whatever, is giving individual attention to this cast, this pretty heavy cast.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, the story is called The Slave Ship of Space, and it was written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Mike Sikowski, and inked by Bernard Sachs. And the splash panel has got Kanjuro with his, his wand or whatever, enslaving the Justice League.
Yeah. And it's got, is it the gold? No, it's not the golden mallet. Although I think the golden mallet hits this little bell, and it's really, really cool.
I forgot what Kanjuro's wand is called, if it's called anything. But anyway.
Yeah. All right, so
I think he looks cool.
I don't know.
He's in your notes, would you say he was bug-eyed and frog-faced?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good description of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he has like red compound eyes and like pink skin. So I don't know. It's an interesting look.
Yeah.
And he's a slave.
One that I would not want.
Right. Well, clearly. Plus, he's the villain, so making him this ugly guy, like, okay.
Mm-hmm. I read something about these people were making Othello, and they're deciding who they would cut into
a tell-all. Sorry, I was like, what's Otello? A
Otello.
tell-all. Tell-all.
tell all.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Othello. Okay.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pronounced Otello. The play, and they're talking about Iago, and someone
parrot?
said, "Why don't you do someone ugly guy?" I said, "No. You should make him beautiful, because evil is usually in real life is beautiful or handsome or good looking.
Sure.
Because if it's ugly, you know to stay away from it."
Sure.
And I think that's one thing I always like to see really, really good-looking villains and all that. I think it makes it add something to it.
Yeah, like when Prince Namor, the Submariner, when he's being a villain, he's this handsome guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of, well, he's sort of weird looking, but he is handsome and regal looking.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind looking like that, even with the fruity wings on your heels. But I'll settle for that.
Oh man, but I don't know. I get where DC's going with make the villain an ugly guy, an alien guy.
It makes it easy to know who's good and who's bad.
Yeah.
But I think it's too simple, and I don't know.
Yeah.
And just because something looks good does not mean it is good.
Okay.
All that glitters is not gold. So and all that.
Okay.
Right. So the Justice League is going around solving crimes, taking care of business.
Yeah.
And there's
every day. Okay.
the communication devices all collapse.
Yeah, the JLA signal devices.
Yeah, and because of this guy hitting the bell, Green Lantern, there's an earthquake and the building's about to fall, and he makes these big green giants to hold up the buildings until they can fix them. And well, I'll just use flying buttresses made out of green power stuff, but
Sure.
but giants.
Yeah,
They're cool. Giants are cool, and it's really neat.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that freak people out? So here we are. Martian Manhunter is blowing people away again and saving the day. So so each one, even Snapper Carr's communication device is busticated.
Yeah.
So that's this is broken. So we need to go to the Justice League Honeycomb Hideout or whatever they have. So what is the place called?
What?
What is their pad?
The Justice League, the Secret Sanctuary.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll be several volumes in the showcase before we get to the JLA satellite era.
Okay. Oh, I knew this all the time. It's Kanjar Row. Yeah, he's behind it. He's the Delon, which is equivalent to Earth Dictator, but you knew that, right?
Yeah. Of course. I read the story too.
Yeah. The planet door of the Star Sun Antares, as opposed to the Star Moon of Antares or the Moon Sun of Antares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But it's he smashed all the people's communication devices to get them to come here. He could have called them, but all right. So he has 3 people he's fighting against. So and there's these 4 planets, 4 people who are in charge, and they're fighting against each other, and they don't ally with another person and fight the other people. It's all 4 against all 4.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. All right. So, he has Hiatus of Panala.
Now, Hiatus, is it Hiatus or Hyanthus? Hiatus. Anyway,
Hiatus. Okay.
we read, I think, a Hawkman story where she was the villainess.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
I think I do.
Okay. Something much later, something the Bronze Age, but yeah. But these other 2 villains, I don't think they show up again. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. And then there's Crom, who's a Metal Man of the Gromar. Oh, he's a Gromar of Mo-Steel.
Is he a Gromar, not a Shomar?
Yeah, I guess. I don't understand that.
It's a dirty joke. I'm not going to explain.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, there's Sayar. He's a Jeffan, which is Earth Emperor or the planet Lar. I don't know how to do it. 2 L's in the first.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. So they're all fighting. So if it just doesn't make a lick of sense. If he defeats them all, brings them together, and they all say,
Kanshiro.
Yeah, he wins, and
He'll unfreeze the people of Earth. He's using the Justice League to defeat his 3 foes for him, and he's holding the Earth hostage to make them do it. Which is, if he's got the power to enslave the Justice League or to freeze people, how are these people giving him any trouble? Right? Big plot hole right there. Like, what?
Yeah.
But I do like this story. It's fun.
Yeah. So, Justice League says, "What makes you think we're going to do this?" Oh, so
let me explain why.
Yeah, he gets his gamma metal gong, and he hits it. Man, he hits it, and everyone freezes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he makes this. It says, "So if you want these people to be unfrozen, you got to do what I say." So, okay, so he makes his ship, which is Superman's not here.
No, he's not. We'll need him to be the Deus Ex Machina later, I'm sure.
All right. Batman and Sniper Car is left behind as bait for Superman because they got a trap for Superman with kryptonite gas. So they're taking Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, The Flash, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman. And they're rowing this boat into outer space. Okay. So we go. They puts water on top of Aquaman and gets oxygen for everybody else, and that's it. So okay, we have the split ups again. Martian Manhunter is by himself.
Yeah.
He's sent to fight Crom. And Crom sends some nuclear weapons against these atomic missiles. And that's kind of interesting. All right. Martian Manhunter doesn't know what to do, so he just flies around the world really fast, and it heats up the missiles can keep up with them, but at that speed, the friction causes them to explode. Couldn't he just throw a rock or something?
Maybe.
Yeah. So, alright, so Crom says, so you defeated my missiles, so get me now. So he's got these flames all around his castle. So he knows everything about Martian Manhunter.
Mm-hmm.
So Martian Manhunter goes goes into the ground and makes an arrow the size of a bus made out of magnetic rock.
Yeah.
Or ore. He throws it, and since Crom's made out of metal, he is stuck to the arrow, or harpoon, looks like. And Martian Manhunter can snag it back because he's got he put rope on it, so he doesn't have to get near the fire. So, and he gives up, and that's it.
Okay.
All right. So now Wonder Woman and Aquaman go out to what's her name, Hiatus, or
yeah.
Okay, Space Queen or whatever.
The evil broad. No,
yeah.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Kind of cool hair.
I hate saying that, but yeah. Yeah, the hair thing is neat.
Okay. Aquaman goes down and he's being swallowed up by this plant life because Hiatus can move plant life.
Yeah.
Can command it.
She's like from a world that's like plants and stuff.
Yeah. And here Aquaman is commanding sea creatures again.
Yeah. On an alien world.
Yep.
Yep.
He gets out. And then she gets a really big plant and squeezes him and sends him out of the water and is going to hold him there for more than an hour. He does not have any power because he's not in the water. And he's going to die within an hour.
Right.
And that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Now, later on, in later stories, they will set it because they realize, like, the guy can't be out of... That weakness is so ridiculous that it makes him, like, entirely ineffective.
Mhm.
They made it so his suit actually circulates water around him, so he doesn't. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
why,
in the suit,
or why couldn't he carry a canteen around?
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Because comics.
Yeah. Wonder Woman goes down, and and these plants have echoes. These
And they're
echo
hollering
flowers.
at her.
Yeah. And they can keep sounds.
Yeah. So was Wonder Woman in the Invisible Jet?
No.
No? Okay.
So she's okay. She grabs onto a plant to get herself up, and the plant is actually a trap. And so she's thrown into the water, and another plant grabs her and it's going to hold her underneath the water to drown her.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool. Nice juxtaposition.
Yeah. I can dig it.
Mm-hmm. So Aquaman has the idea. He has a swordfish or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a swordfish.
And he has it cut through the plant.
Yeah, but that's not what he wants to done. He is making the distraction. So Hyathus will forget about Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Wonder Woman's goes into the water and goes off, and she goes so far that she snaps the plant in half.
Oh, right. And then she surfaces and lassos Hyathus.
Mm-hmm.
So then she's made to submit, because she...
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So now Flash and Green Lantern's going down to the... Who are they attacking this time?
The third villain.
Okay.
The third enemy of Kanja Rose. I don't remember either.
Yeah. Okay, so...
MacGuffin Man,
but he controls the ground.
Oh, okay.
And he has some kind of machine, and he almost squishes Flash or Green Lantern in ground.
With rocks and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's sulfur there, so he messes because sulfur is yellow. That really sucks. I mean, there's a lot of stuff yellow.
Yeah.
I do like, or Sayar. Sayar has the coolest guns. I love those. So he captures both Flash and Green Lantern, and he puts them on a part of the world, and Sayar just sends up like a continent out in outer space.
Yeah.
Which brings me something, we don't see anybody else in the world. It's only the leaders. There's no henchmen or townspeople or anything.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. Okay, so Green Lantern has this great plan to send. He uses rain to send the ground back, and the force of it makes an earthquake and knocks off Sayar, and Sayar surrenders. So they're all together.
Well, that's cool.
Great. All right.
So they've captured all of Kanja Rose's enemies for him.
Yeah. So they're about to pick up some people. They're picking up Flash with Sayar, and they realize that they have recorded the name.
Each of those enemies saying Kanja Rose.
Right. So they use that, and it breaks the spell.
Yeah, because Kanja Rose was going to go back on his word.
Yeah.
And since they're already captured and now he's got them under his control, then they're not going to say Kanja Rose. So perfect plan.
Right.
Or planning ahead, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, and so okay. So they capture Conjurer and they put all four into an asteroid and send them out and says, well, you're going to live, you're going to have to cooperate.
On a desolate world together where they'll be trapped. Which is kind of messed up. Well, they were all tyrants, right? They were all evil. So
can you be a tyrant without someone a tyrant over?
No.
Yeah.
So, remember when they did this to Khan?
Yeah.
That didn't work out too well.
No, it didn't.
For all eternity.
And
buried alive. Oh, okay.
In space.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. A sniper car comes. Superman falls in the trap, Martian Manhunter saves him by blowing really hard.
Well,
And Sniper Car has the last word. He says, "Man, I've been carving out your words on a chunk of talk tape." Oh God.
he's been recording them telling the story.
Yeah. Yeah, talk tape. All right.
Well, it is tape, magnetic tape.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it was cool.
Did you like that story better?
Yeah, I did.
It was just the one in the middle just kind of stunk.
Yeah. Again, it could have been longer or shorter or something.
Yeah.
It's sort of they could have added more details or just took out some of the villains or something. And,
Yeah.
But
you're seeing the formula. 3 other characters, they got to split off and deal with these things, and then they reconvene.
Yeah.
But it works. Like it's. I think at this time it's like what else are we going to do with this many characters?
Right.
So.
Indeed. Oh well. We'll see. And then see you in the funny pages.